What's going on, y'all? About to send this link out, then we're going to get started in a second. About to send this link out, then we're going to go ahead and get started. All right, bam. All right, what's going on, y'all? A little late start, but we already got some news looking like they're about to happen soon. Got a few things I'm looking at right now. And then we're going to get started in a second. Got a few pairs that I like right now. So I like USD/JPY. We went for this buy. We went for two buys on Thursday and last Friday. Of course, yesterday was two major bank holidays, including the USD pair, so things are pretty slow, but we're back above the support level. Did a nice retest, and price is currently pushing back up. So I do like this for a buy. I want to wait at least the first 5 minutes, but I do like how this is looking right here. So we might be hopping on this soon. I'm gonna go over how we went, how last week went in just a second. I'm just trying to get my stuff together really quick. So just bear with me just a moment. Yeah, there's a few other pairs I was liking though. Let me see. Yeah, so it's gonna be pretty much just like, yeah, I like how this is pushing up. We might jump on this in a second. Let's see what the 5 minutes looking like. Nice retest. Yeah, I like how this is looking right here. If we go into bigger time frames, we can obviously see that we're bullish. Most of the JPY pairs are bullish. I like CJ as well. CJ just hasn't hit my level I'm looking for. But as you can see, we're clearly bullish. Did a nice retest yesterday on this level, is breaking above it now. So yeah, I wouldn't be too surprised. I want to see if we can hit 135.50 today. That's what I want to see if we can do that. I like the push so far. So I'm going to go ahead and get this written up. I got a few other pairs I'm looking at on my other screens, but it's going to be pretty standard. I'm going to be looking for USD pair sales still. Some Canadian pairs, I'm still looking for sales. Other ones, I kind of am like looking like they might be reversing soon. So there are a few pairs I'm going to leave alone and just watch and see how they do today or later on. London session and closer to New York. And we're going to go over those in just a second. It looks good right there. Yeah, but I like this right here. So we might be entering this very soon. Then I like AD CAT as well as a possible sell. And then I believe the USD pairs too. Yeah, so everything's dropping below these levels nicely. So within the next 5 or 15 minutes, we might be entering a few things. I like gold as well. Gold is about to break through this level. So yeah, same thing. We're going to be looking for gold sells, USD sells, JPY buys. We missed a good buy on EJ. EJ's already kind of exploding through. We might be able to look for entry on this 4-hour level here. We might be able to look for entry on this 4-hour level here. But I do like USD JPY and I do like CJ. I'm about to pull up CJ in a second, but last I looked at CJ, it wasn't really at the level I wanted it to be at yet. Was looking for a buy right here. If it retraces, we could go for a buy there. But we're about to see how price reacts to this level right here. It looks decent right there. And then let's go back to CJ really quick. Okay, so CJ just broke at that level. All right, so we're going to be looking for CJ buys, USD JPY buys, and then gold sells, and possibly some USD pair sales as well. So that's what we're going to be looking at. So I'm going to have gold on my other screen, and then Yeah, so gold's right at the bottom of the zone right now. So I'm gonna have gold on my other screen, and then we're gonna be looking at the JPY pairs on this screen right here. So let's go to USD JPY really quick. Yeah, so I like how this is looking right here. It's already did a nice retest right before London started. So I do like this for a buy right here. And then I want to wait at least the next 15 for gold, because gold just hit the bottom of the zone. So I'm going to be waiting to see what's going on, Shawn. I see you. What's going on, Sparky? Yeah, so yesterday, even though it was a President's Day, or was it President's? I don't know what the holiday was yesterday. So let's find out really quick, because I might just be talking. What was yesterday? I don't know. If y'all know, put it in the comments. I don't really know. I don't keep up with holidays. But we had two major bank holidays yesterday. We got some news about to pop off from the euro, about 15 minutes and 30 minutes, some PMIs. Orange folder, not too major. And then we do have some PMIs for the GBP pairs at 4:30 to keep in mind. And then going into New York, we got an 8:30 CPI for Canada. The 9:45, we got the PMIs for USD. And of course, going into Asian session, once market reopens, we got some Australian and New Zealand news. So do keep in mind that for those that be trading during the Asian session. So I do like this is looking right here. So we might be jumping in on this in a moment, because I do like how these are looking right here. CJ is pushing up nicely, and as we see on the daily level here as well, it was President's Day. Okay, appreciate that. And we can see prices clearly bullish here. So I do like these for buy setups. Then, like I said, as of now, I'm still looking for strictly sells on most, if not all, the USD pairs, and gold, of course. So I'm either going to wait for price to break below this level and look for a sell, or price wants to reject this level and retest, we're going to look for a sell here. So that's the game plan for gold, but looking for sells on those. And also the index is looking for sells as well. Might leave these alone until closer to New York, we'll see, but still looking for sells on all the indexes. That's US30, NAS, SPX, and the jerk, the EUSDX are also following the other indexes slightly. They are beginning to downtrend levels on these until they break the previous high and start to form a new low. But it looks like most stuff is still sells. Some Canadian pairs are doing some retracements and or reversals, but we're not going to worry about those right now. We're just going to worry about these things right here. Yeah, so I already just posted a disclaimer. Might be jumping in on these things soon. I do like how this is looking right here. I'm going to go to the 5 minute. Yeah, so it's doing a retest here. Yeah, but I do like this right here, because I just started on Thursday and Friday. So let me go ahead and write this up. Bam. Yeah, so we got a new 5 minute about to start. Yeah, but CJ's rejecting that level. I'm still looking for buys, so of course I'm still gonna wait for my confirmations. Obviously, I haven't jumped in this yet. Those just joining the stream, I've not jumped in any trades yet. These are just trade ideas, but I do like how these are looking. So I'm going to go ahead and write these up before the next 15 starts. We got a new 5 minute about to start in about 30 seconds. SL for this. That's a decent SL. Let me say 145.15. Yeah, and then we zoom in, we already see gold. Tap this level, literally tapped it. And then you see as soon as price tapped, it's rejecting that level, which is why we have these levels marked off and we trade off these levels. Still looking for sells though. 1839. I was already in the buy on the JPY since 2:30 a.m. in deep blue. Hey, that's what's up. So that means we're seeing the same thing. Yeah, I was up around. You said he was in 2. Yeah, I was up at 2. I woke up. I was on the charts last night during Asian session, but since it was super slow yesterday, I was like, I'm just gonna wait until things kind of get back to the normal movement and routine. Yeah, but these things are pushing us, so we might be entering these this next candlestick. So I do like how these are looking here. But I'm just riding these signals up right now. I kind of started making this move a little bit before London session started. So you got a pretty good entry. Yeah, but I like USDJPY, so we're probably going to enter this. Yeah, I like CJ. CJ is we're going to have to wait for the next 15 on that. But I like USDJPY. And then goals, we attempt to try to break through this level. So we're going to wait for the next 15. I would like to see this break before the next 15. But if not, of course, we're just going to have to patiently wait. Then we do have this imbalance here on the 15. That could cause some retracements and retest. But not too concerned about that. Just going to patiently wait. Then we're going to pull up these other pairs. That's still kind of trying. All right, yeah. So we're going to pay attention to these. Your USD's at a good entry too. Just did a retest. It's already rejecting this level. So we might add this to the list of things as well that we could possibly jump in on. Now we got GDP news in about an hour. That could cause things to tank or rip depending on the trend. GJ just broke above this level too. We went for a GJ buy yesterday. It broke above this level, then struggled to stay above it. But as we see now, price did just break back above this level, which is a good sign. That is a strong candlestick there. So that could try to do the move I was looking for yesterday. We went 1-1 yesterday. We also went for 80 New Zealand buy. This was just the members. I called the GJ buyout in the free channel. Took a loss there. We hit TP3. We missed TP4 barely. And now prices are retracing back up as well. But we're going to leave that alone. We're going to pay attention to these JPY pairs. And they're pushing up nicely. So we're going to wait for the next 15. It's about to pop up in like 2 minutes. And we might jump in on these. GJ is tempting too, but we do got that news. And I don't know exactly how it's going to pump. And GJ compared to other JPY pairs on top of that as well, it's slightly bullish, but it's not as clear as the uptrend as the other pairs, but it is slightly bullish. And then you can kind of see it a little bit more clearly on the 4-hour time frame. So I do see this pushing up as well. That's why I went for the buy on it yesterday. So yeah, I do like CJ, UJ, and gold. So I think those are going to be the main three we're going to be paying attention to right here. We might look at some other USD pairs to see if they're following gold's lead, but we're going to pay attention to these two pairs right here. Grand Rising, what's going on, OG Curly? I see you in here. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and write these up, but I do like how these are looking right here. So stop loss for this, 133, let me see, 133.95. $133.95. All right, so we have about 20 seconds. The CJ break back above this level. It's kind of chilling. Yes, I got gold on my other screen. Gold's right at the zone as well. Want to see if it's going to break through, but it's still rejecting and reacting to that level. So we're just going to wait for the next 15 to see if we can break through that level. But I do like UJ. All right, new 15 just started. We're getting the retest, retracement, which is what we wanted. But yeah, I do like this right here. Gold's going to retest as well. I do like this right here. So we're going to see if it's going to retrace a little bit more, but it looks like it might try to be pushing back up. Yeah, but I like UJ though, so I'm going to enter this. And of course, if you don't see what I see, you don't have to enter, but I like this right here. So I'm about to enter this right now. I put this in the free channel. About to post the CPs and SLs are posted as well. Give me 1 second. That thing's already pumping. So I put that right there. We're about to hit I think TP2 in a second. It's pumping nicely. Yeah, that thing's already shooting. So y'all should be blue on this already. We barely just missed TP2. Still looking at gold and stuff and some of these other pairs on my other chart. Gold's still on the daily level, but it is trying to break down. Just broke below it. And we just hit TP2 on UJ. So y'all should be seeing blue. Again, if this is your first time on the stream or on the channel, make sure to click that first link in the description and join the free Telegram and also read the disclaimers. All right, the disclaimers are going to kind of explain how these TPs work. And of course, it'll go over some other stuff. Some stuff might be common sense or you already know, but still make sure to read through all of that because some of your questions you might have might be answered in the disclaimer. I like CJ as well. I like CJ as well. I want to wait at least until the next 5 minutes for CJ though. I like CJ as well. I'm about to show you my screen on gold. Gold is still on this daily level. I'm waiting to see it break and stay underneath this daily level, treating as a resistance. And if gold can do that, then we can look for a sell on there. Now, out of curiosity, let's just look at the other JPY pairs. Yeah, these things are exploding up. GJ is probably ripping up as well. And who knows, when that news comes off, that thing could explode to the upside and start to look like the other JPY pairs with the bullish momentum. But we'll just have to wait and see on that. Indexes, like I said, I still want to look for mainly sell setups, but I'm going to have to wait on that. SPX is creeping closer to my entry though. So that's a good sign. And that means US30 is probably doing the same thing, which it is. Jerk 30 is moving as well. Again, I want to wait before I enter a sell on this though. I want to wait for it to break through this level. And then if it can break through that level, then we'll look for a sell. Again, these are just trade ideas I'm marking up. Have not entered these yet. I just like to have my stuff visually ready. That way when I go on the chart, switching back and forth, I already know what my idea was and what I'm looking for. Yeah, but we're just chilling at TP2 right now. Price is attempting to continue to pump up. I like CJ as well. Might enter this the next 5 minutes if I like what I see, or I might wait for the next 15. Just depends, but I do like CJ as well. Let's see what these other pairs. We got AU dropping. USD still doing this thing. And seeing USD's did a nice retest and is dropping. Yes, we got a few pairs that we can look at as well. So let me write these up just in case we do enter them. But keep in mind, we do got a lot of news popping off today. 6255. So, if y'all entering any trades, just make sure to keep an eye and be aware of the times news is popping off. So we do have a bunch of stuff. So yeah, gold's kind of just chilling here for right now. So we're just going to patiently wait on that. GJ is pumping back up. Yeah, so it looks like it's doing the move I was looking for on yesterday. But that happens. That happens. Just like a good example of that is, so we're going to look at a bunch of different things. USD/JPY. We went for the buy on Thursday. When it hit the top of the zone, rejected, came all the way back down. Then exploded back up before it broke through that level. Then we went for another buy. So as long as you're going with the overall direction of price on the bigger time frames, you'll still have a higher chance and higher success rate. But of course, it's the charts and the markets. It's not going to always automatically do the move when you want it to. But seeing GJ hit the TPs I was aiming for yesterday at least shows me that my analysis was right. It was just a little bit of a day early. But again, it makes sense because yesterday we did have two major bank holidays that affected the markets. So not too much of a surprise that price didn't do the move I was looking for. Yeah, we're just going to chill and let these do their thing. We just started the stream. We're just 20 minutes in. So we're going to wait and see what the next 5 and the next 15 looks like. Still just looking at some other pairs. But like I said, we're just going to be paying attention to UJ, CJ, gold, and then possibly a couple of the USD pairs. But that's pretty much it. SPX is breaking below this level. Yeah, like I said, for the indexes, I still want to look for sells on those. Been looking for sells the past couple weeks. But again, those are just joined. We have in about an hour GBP news. We got the PMI. Then going into New York, we got CPI at 8:30 for the Canadian pairs, and then 9:45 we got PMI for the USD pairs. In the Asian session later on that day, we got Australian news at 7:30, then 8 p.m. and 9 p.m. We got New Zealand news. Then Wednesday, kind of a cleaner day. We got G20 meetings all day. Then we got 2 p.m. FOMC for USD. Then at 2:10, we got governor speaking for New Zealand. It's going to be a Japanese holiday all day tomorrow. So do keep that in mind with the JPY pairs. Then Thursday, a lot cleaner looking. We just got USD news at 8:30. And then Friday, pretty standard Friday. We got red folder news for the USD at 8:30. And that's literally it. We got G20 news, but that's literally it. So it's going to be a lot cleaner and hopefully a lot smoother than last week. Last week was kind of slow going to the halfway mark. But again, that does happen. It's the charts, it's the markets. It's not going to be smooth every day. You know what I'm saying? You definitely have to, what's the word? Well, you just got to acknowledge how things go. And then, like, when you have an understanding how things are, like a good grasp of reality, it just makes trading a lot easier. You know what I'm saying? Like I said all the time, doesn't matter what strategy you have. If you don't have the discipline, if you don't have the proper risk management, risk to reward, and of course, if you're not willing to accept the consequences, which is both the good and bad, all right, SL or TP, you have to be okay with what you're risking, and you understand that what you're risking, the only reason why you're risking it is because what the reward is one, a high probability of it going your way, and then two, if it does the full move, you'll be making more than what you're risking. That's enough of that. Gold just hit my level, so we're going to be waiting for the next 15 to see what it looks like. And if I like what I see, and if it's treating this level how I want it to be treated, and especially after a retest, so we're going to have to wait for a retest, but we might be looking for a gold sell here. Might be looking for a gold sell. It's been dropping all night, and we got a perfect lower low to be potentially made today. It's been dropping from the 4-hour level, which is not a coincidence. And we have a perfect potential lower low to be made today. So I want to see the news continue to pump price down in our favor. And I want to see it at least, I want to see 1822 to get hit, and the extreme, I want to see at least 1815 get hit. That's what I want to see happen today. If the news does what I want it to, I want to see the bottom of the zone get hit today. But we just got to take it candlestick by candlestick, and we just got to wait and see. We're still kind of chilling at TB2 with UJ. We got a new 5-minute that just started, though, so we're about to see if we can continue to push a little bit higher. CJ still chilling here, so like I said, we're going to be waiting for the next 15 on this, but it is still trying to pump up, which is nice. And let's see what GJ is up to. Yeah, GJ is going crazy right now. So we could enter that as well. Missed the entry on EJ last night during Asian session, so we're going to be looking for a potential entry here. We can see a potential entry here. It has been pumping nicely, though, so far. Yeah, so it's already went zone to zone today. So if it continues pushing, this will be a huge candlestick. But we are climbing up slowly but surely to try to fill up this imbalance from this Tuesday JPY news. This huge candlestick is on every JPY pair. It was caused by the red folder news that day, and we are slowly climbing up that imbalance. So I wonder if we are going to fill it up this week, if we're going to reach the top of this imbalance by the end of this week. That'll be interesting to see. But for now, we're just chilling. Goals were traced back up. It's still rejecting that level, but we are still just going to patiently wait. We're in no rush to enter any trades. We know where we want to enter, and we know what confirmations we're looking for. So we're simply just going to wait for those confirmations. And again, the reason why I have this level marked off is, as you can clearly see, price was literally at this level. We went off the screen for like 10 seconds. You see it tap this level, and you see it's tracing back up. All right, so that's why we have these levels marked off, because with these levels, we're able to identify these key prices where price will either reject or break through. And because we know what these levels are, we can use these levels to enter trades and also use that momentum in our favor. But for right now, we're just chilling. Right now, we're just chilling. Right now, we're just chilling. Got a few minutes till the next 15. So we're just going to be waiting on that. But yeah, we're only in one trade right now. Those just joined the stream. We're in this USD-JPY. We entered this about 15 minutes ago. I think at the beginning of this candlestick or the last candlestick, one of the two. But we're pumping blue right now. So make sure to hit that like button, y'all. Gold still attempt to try to drop down. Let's see what New Zealand USD is up to, because this one was trying to drop down as well. AU is looking like it's trying to drop down as well. Yeah, so we have a few potential setups here. I just got an Amber Alert. It's 3 a.m. Hope they find that car. Yeah, so I'm about to write some more ideas up. Again, those joining the stream, we're only in one trade right now. Gonna go over how we did last week in just a second. What are we doing here? Yeah, but these are trying to push down too, so we can potentially see some sells on these pairs as well. Gold's still trying, still at the bottom of the zone. Waiting to see if it can stay underneath here. So that's what I want to see happen this next 15. All right, and that's about to pop up in about 40 seconds. This is how we did last week, though. So we only took 15 trades last week. Like I said, last week was a little bit slow, but again, for some people, 15 trades might be a lot in a week. But for us, that's kind of a little bit below average. We usually take around like 4 trades a day. But last week, we've been taking around 2 to 3 trades a day. But this was Friday. So this is how we did Friday. We're going to go over the whole week as a whole in a second. Let me make sure I'm not missing nothing. So this is how we did last Friday. So we entered most of these live. This one we didn't enter live. This was kind of a swing trade because, again, Last week was pretty slow. So this trade took a little while. It took a couple days to hit all the TPs, but it did get hit. So we got 72 pips. We took a UJ buy, 40 pips, a gold sell, caught 200 pips or 20 points. US30 sell, we took this live as well, caught 6,000 pips. Then USDX, we took this sell live as well, caught 1,500 pips, total of 78,012 pips. 4-0 for that day. This is how we did last week. Went 15-0 for the week. We just hit another TP. UJ just hit a TP. So again, y'all screen should be nice and blue. Make sure that subscribe button too. TP3 just got hit. TP3 got hit. 134.95. So just hold that thought. I'm looking at gold too. Gold's below the zone, but it's still not at the level I want to see it at yet. But really quick, yes, we could possibly enter these trades right here because they look like they're trying to drop as well. I do like this right here. USD, kind of similar to gold. Very bearish. Started its move last night. Broke below that level. Already filled up this imbalance, so we can't see a new low being made right here. A little bit choppier than gold, but we can't see potential low being made right here. So I do kind of like how that's looking right there. I'm not gonna lie. So I do like how AU and NU is looking. So we could jump in on those. I kind of want to prioritize gold, but we could enter one of these pairs as well. So 1 to 2 risk to reward. But we're gonna hold that thought though. But it might try to rip on us soon. So we might just keep it right here, keep an eye on it. But it might rip on us soon. Ceiling USD. Let me write this up just in case. Yeah, I do like this though. We're gonna get back to the recap in just a second. Gold's right back at the level. Entry 6-2-15. Give me 1 second, y'all. Looking at a bunch of different charts right now. And again, the reason why I have all these tabs up, there's opportunities literally everywhere. You don't gotta jump in every opportunity. So right now I'm just trying to figure out which one I want to jump in, which one I want to jump on or prioritize. Yeah, but goes back at this level. We're just waiting to see if it can break below and stay below it, at least for a 5-minute candlestick. That's what I want to see. UJ still pushing up. CJ, nice rejection wick. Yeah, so I kind of like how this is looking too. Yeah, so I like how CJ is looking too. It's had a good entry. It's got a nice rejection wick on the candle. Going to see what this next 5-minute looks like, and then we'll go from there. I do like this right here. Be a nice 1-2 risk reward. 45, 15. My new 5 minute just started. Yeah, so I'm gonna keep an eye on this. I do like this right here. I'm looking at gold still on my other screen. So we got UJ attempt to try to break through these levels right here. Going to see if it can do it. Still early in the day, so retracements are bound to happen before the full move. Full move probably won't happen until closer to New York, if not in New York. This pair as well, though, will be affected by the USD news going on later today. So do keep that in mind. Do keep that in mind. Yeah, but this is the second candlestick, so we're just patiently waiting on that. You're not in too much of a rush, not in a rush at all, honestly. So it's gonna let these pairs do their thing, and we're gonna go from there. Yeah, we see some retracements going on, some retest. Yeah, so it's gonna be chilling right now. Like I said, we're waiting on. I'm watching gold, waiting on gold. Gold is definitely trying, so just waiting on my confirmations to be met, and then we'll enter gold. But y'all should be nice and blue on y'all screens. So just make sure to keep an eye on y'all's charts. One suggestion, you should put your Instagram link in descriptions. I want to follow you. Okay, so I got you right here, Sparky. Oh, you got it? Okay. Cool. Yeah, I know that was a little late response. I was just about to tell you, look at the bottom of my screen. Yeah, but for anyone else, y'all interested in my Instagram, at the square way, same spelling as the YouTube. Make sure to follow me on TikTok as well. I post daily on both pages. Some stuff I can't post on TikTok, so I post that stuff on Instagram, but I post daily on both pages. So make sure to follow me on both. And then once I hit 1,000 followers on TikTok, I'm a couple hundred away. Once I hit 1,000 followers on TikTok, I plan on going live as well. Those lives might be like during Asian session. Now, will I be live trading? That's another question, but I do have a lot of stuff planned. I do plan on going live on TikTok consistently as well. So if y'all want to see that, make sure to help your boy out and hit that follow button on both. But I will put the link. I did have the links in the description, but the links were acting up, so I deleted them. And so that's why I just have the banner. But I do plan and intend on putting the links back in there. I just have to put some updated links. And these pairs might be trying to drop momentarily. But yeah, I feel like these are going to take off when I stop paying attention to them. But I'd rather jump in gold than those pairs anyways. So we're going to wait and see if gold can break below this level before the next 15. And if we can do that, then depending on what the next 15 looks like, we might enter that. But yeah, we're just patiently waiting on this. And no rush at all. While we're on the 3 minute. All right, that looks better. Yeah, but in no rush at all to enter any trades. And neither should y'all. No, you should never be in a rush or feel pressure to enter trades. Just stick to your rules. Wait for your rules to be met. Wait for your confirmations to be met. And then execute. Figure out your stop loss. Figure out your TPs. Figure out what lot size you need to put. And then go from there. But price finally did just break through this level, which is a good sign. So I want to see this level get treated or respect as a resistance. And if price can do that, then we might jump in on it for a sell. Like I said, I started this move last night. Kind of was chilling here all day yesterday, which makes sense because markets were closed and the banks were closed for gold. Then last night, a little bit dropped, range dropped within the last couple of hours. And now we're about to see if we can get an entry right here. Probably won't enter till next 15 though. Still gonna keep an eye on it. New 5 minute did start. Hey, what time mark do you mainly trade off of? So that's a good question. I use all the candlesticks. Well, let me not say that. I use the daily, 4 hour, the 1 hour, 15, 5 minute. Not really the 30. But that's what I use. So if you just watch any of my trade breakdowns, I go in depth with that. But I use all the time frames. I use the bigger time frames to see the overall direction price is going. On top of identifying these key levels, which are these blue and golden lines you see on my screen. So I use those after I identify these key levels and the direction of the bigger time frames to determine what positions I'm going to be looking for, aka if I'm looking for buys or sells. But I go further into depth with all that in like the trade breakdowns and stuff like that. And also before we enter any trades on live, I kind of do like my top-down analysis and explain why we're looking for what we're looking for what I'm looking for, why I entered, where I entered, and things like that. Like I don't know if you just jumped to the stream, but like with the UJ buy we're currently in, kind of went over why we're going for that buy. Also went over a few other predictions and why I see that or why I'm strictly looking for buys or sells. But yeah, it's not really a specific time frame I use. I use all of them because you got to use all of them. Yeah, so gold's struggling to break below that level, but we're still gonna be waiting. We're still gonna be waiting. You're blue and UJ, that's what's up. But yeah, I'm actually gonna I can drop a link right now because I do have, like I said, I go super in depth in all my trade breakdowns. Like it's not just explaining, oh, I made X amount of dollars. I actually don't really like to show like the dollar amount I make because that kind of distracts people from the trade itself because you're not going to make what I'm making unless you're risking what I make or what I'm risking. You know what I'm saying? But you can catch the same move I catch, but you're not going to make the same amount I make unless you literally put the same lot size, same position, and you're risking the same amount I'm risking. So in my trade breakdown, I go very, very in depth on everything. So now I'm trying to figure out which one I want to go over. Actually, I'll drop this one. This is from a trade I think we took like a week ago. It was a gold sell. It was a huge 240 point move. I called this live, I believe. So 2,400 pips or 240 points. But yeah, it looks like we might be entering gold maybe the next 15. That's the way it's looking. That's the way it's looking. But yeah, let me go ahead and link this. Let me link this in the comments really quick. I got y'all. Yeah, that's smart. They will never learn if they're just looking at what you exactly. But that's how a lot of people will get people to, in the communities and stuff because they kind of like I don't really like to say it, but they're kind of selling a dream or something like that. Like it's obviously if you made money, you know what you're doing as somewhat, but like again, like at least me personally, I know a lot of other people struggle like this, but it's like you see what they made and you're like, okay. So when you see your profits, you're not really satisfied because you're like, oh, it's not $100. Oh, it's not $1,000. Oh, it's not 10K. It's not 20K. But it's like what you made is a decent percentage gain for your account. So that's why I go off pips and percentages because if we're all risking the same percentage, if you're risking 5%, I'm risking 5%, and it's a 1 to 2 risk reward, we're going to all make 10%, right? Now, your account size will change what that 10% is. You know what I'm saying? Because 10% on $100 or 10% on $1,000 account is obviously, or even a $10,000 account is obviously a big difference, but it's still 10%. So your account should grow, but the percentages you risk and stuff like that, the pips you catch should be consistent. You know what I'm saying? Your account will grow over time. But if you just think of things as percentages and you base everything based on your personal account, your account size, your personal trading goals. It'll make things a lot easier. So we got a new 15 that just started up. I just linked that video I was telling y'all about. So after this stream, make sure to check that out. Save it, whatever y'all got to do. Make sure to check that out. But it's also like my second most recent video I dropped. So you just click my profile. It'll pop up as well. But yeah, we're just chilling right now. SPX is starting its move, which is interesting. It's dropping, starting to drop as soon as this candlestick started. So that's kind of tempting. I don't know. We'll see how this candlestick goes. We might go for a short on those. We'll see how this candlestick goes. But I want to pay attention to gold mainly right now. I was in GJ since yesterday when you gave the signal on your free channel. I didn't put a bigger lot because I kind of saw it ranging on 15 minutes, so I didn't put an SL. And around 2:30, it went crazy on it. It just goes to say that do not depend on signals knowing how to trade. What you're doing can help you even more. Yeah, exactly. And another thing, like, that's good that you saw that. And like I went over earlier, I don't know. Well, you was in here for a minute, so you probably know. But you know, I put SLs for a reason because again, like I know overall price is bullish, right? But what if I enter right here, right? And then price dropped all the way down here. I'm not going to keep holding because I know price is bullish. But then again, like you said, you put a smaller lot size, so you're probably able to handle that drawdown. You know what I'm saying? So you did it a little bit different. But me, I'm like, okay, the risk reward is good. All right, I'm risking X percentage. So I'm trying to make this amount off this trade. And with me personally, I'm okay with what I'm risking. What I risk, I'm okay with. So I'm never in a trade kind of scared to lose because I know what I'm going to lose if I do lose. And also trading is a long-term thing. It's definitely a week. You got to take it day by day, obviously, but it's definitely a week by week, month by month, quarter by quarter thing, just like most investment stuff. But again, that goes to what we were just talking about. Like when you see these videos of people making people's yearly salary in a day, it kind of makes it seem, and and they're withdrawing every day. Of course, if you're making 50K or even more in one trade, I'd withdraw too the same day. But for people that have smaller accounts, even if you have a bigger account, it's just smart to think this way. You got to take things week by week, month by month. Obviously, you got to take things day by day, but you got to think long term. You know what I'm saying? You got to think long term with everything. So if you're risking the same percentage each trade, and your win rate is high, all right. Like I never really did the math, but like we went 15-0 last week. January, we literally went. I think we went like 50. It was either 50 trade. I think we went like 50 trades or 60 trades in a row, undefeated before we lost the trade. But most weeks, we'll lose like maybe like we win more than we lose, obviously. And like the most we'll lose a week is like maybe like 3 or 4 trades on a bad week, but we'll still win like twice, if not 3 times the amount of trades we lose. So even with the trades you lost, let's just do this. Let's say we took 3 trades. Let's say you lost 2 trades, right? So let's say you're risking 5% per trade. And let's just say your 5% is $50, right? So you lost 2 trades, you're down $100. And then let's say you win a trade. That trade you won was a 1 to 2 risk reward. So if you're risking $50 on every single trade, that one trade just made you break even. So you just lost 2 trades, but that one trade just brought you back to break even. Now let's say that trade you won was a 1 to 3. So even though you lost, so now it's a little bit different. You were down $100, but now you're up $50 because you just made $150 off that trade. And of course, obviously 150 minus 100 equals $50. So it's a lot of things that come into play when it comes to trading. It's not just like one thing or another. There's a lot of different things that come into play. But how I see it is, like I basically was saying with that, is like I'm okay with what I'm risking, and I know even if I lose this trade, I'm going to make it back the next trade or the next day, depending on when the trade was completed. But yeah, and that happens a lot of the times. So that's why, you just got to trust your analysis, know what you're looking at. And like I always say, if a trade goes your way, know why. If it didn't go your way, know why it didn't go your way. But that's also, again, that's why I don't really be tripping too much. Like I know some people, like, I got some reactions to that. Some were negative to that, but it happens. You know what I'm saying? Like there was no reactions really last week. When we literally last week, 2 days in a row, Monday and Tuesday back to back, called 160 pip move here, another 160 pip move here. Everyone was quiet, but once you lose a trade, that's when people, start to get upset and stuff. But losing is part of trading and life in general. You're not going to win everything. And it is all about how you react and what you do after you lose. You know what I'm saying? So that's what it goes back to. Again, proper risk management. All right. Now, if you risk 50% of your account on that one trade, I'd be upset too. But if you're consistently risking the same amount per trade, like I go over in the disclaimer that I post every day before I post any trade, you will be fine. All right. It's if you're inconsistently risking different amounts, you each trade, that's when you're going to see issues. But if you are consistently risking the same amount, taking the same amount of trades every day, risking the same amount of your account every day, same percentage, is damn near impossible not to be up for the week, especially up for the month. You know what I'm saying? So that's all it comes down to. But yeah, we're still waiting on gold. Still patiently waiting on gold. This stuff ended up tanking, but I'm not too concerned about that stuff, honestly. I want to focus on gold right now. Sometimes I like to trade the indexes pre-market before New York, but I don't know. I'm a little weird sometimes. Like, I have certain rules that I just, don't break. And since yesterday was a bank holiday, I already told myself I'm going to wait for market to kind of reopen and mess with the indexes. So we're going to let that do its thing. And we have literally all day for a retracement or to enter on the next key entry point. So not tripping too much about that. But yeah, so we're still waiting on gold. Again, gold did start its move last night, so it might chill here or so. But we are getting closer to our confirmations. So we're just going to be chilling, waiting on that. And out of curiosity, I want to see what these USD pairs are up to, though. So these are trying to drop down as well. So yeah, these are looking valid too. May or may not enter these. I might enter one or two of these, and then maybe gold when gold's ready. Because I do like these right here too, and they did just do a nice retest. 6255, 62. Yeah, I do kind of like this right here. It just goes to say, I mean, I have an account size for that. I put a small lot size. I'm telling anyone to do that. I'm just saying how knowing how to trade can. Yeah, exactly. No, I feel you. No, I get what you were saying, Sparky. And yeah, they be forgetting all the good treasure too. Because yeah, but it's just what it is. You know what I'm saying? I don't let it bother me. I kind of already accepted that. That's just kind of what I signed up for. You know what I mean? And again, that's why I posted a disclaimer. And like, of course, if you're a member, in the group chat, one of the first things I tell people when I join is like, okay, they'll hit me up. Hey, I just joined. I'm like, okay, bet. One of the first things I always tell people is first read the rules, then join the group chat. In the pinned video in the group chat, they'll teach you how to calculate your lot size. That's one of the first things I tell people when they join. Why? Because that's important. Because it doesn't matter what strategy you have. If you're not risking the same percentage each trade, doesn't matter what strategy you have. But so that's one of the first things. And then of course, I'll like send them some videos or references of some of the recorded Zoom calls and stuff to watch and things like that. But that's one of the first things I tell everybody to do because that's one of the first things you need to know. Of course, you need to know how to read the charts and all that stuff, and of course, how to use MT4, MT5, all that good stuff. But again, entering the trade, what comes with entering the trade is knowing what lot size to put. You can't just put a random lot size. Like when I first started learning, I was in one of those IMLs and they were just like, for this trade, if you have this account size, put this between this lot size and this lot size. Or, if we're trading this pair, you know, there was one trade they called out, and it was like, it wasn't even a set SL. It was like wherever you entered, put the SL like 1,000 pips away. And I'm like, so now we all got different SLs and we all got different TP. It was like it was just a lot of stuff I had to figure out on my own. So that's why I do all this stuff to make it a lot easier. Because again, trading doesn't have to be hard. Trading is pretty simple. It's just the learning it and kind of trusting yourself is what's the hard part. But once you get all that emotion stuff out the way, and you know you get the math down, you really start to trust yourself. It just becomes easier, honestly. But yeah, that thing's retracing, so we're just gonna let that do its thing. So we only entered one trade so far this morning during London session. A little bit slow, but we did hit some TPs. We're kind of doing a retracement right now. But you know, retracements do happen. Prices isn't just going to shoot straight up or shoot straight down. Like I said, I'm still looking for sells. I would like to look for a sell right here, but price does choose to retrace. Then I'll possibly look for a sell here. We do got GBP news in about, I think, 30 minutes, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, in about 30 minutes, 34 minutes. So keep an eye on your charts for that if anyone's in some GBP pairs. Then we got some news later on today going into New York. We got some Canadian news at 8:30. Then at 9:45, we got PMI for the USD. This pair will be affected with that by that, as well with the other pairs that are USD. So do keep an eye on that. Make sure to hit that like button and subscribe, y'all. I'm doing a giveaway at 500 subs. Details of the giveaway will be dropped and posted either once we hit it or when we get super close to it. Because I don't really want to talk about the giveaway until after we get there. Let's see here. Yeah, let's do a nice rejection. Yeah, so we're gonna let that do its thing. Still gonna be on the charts, of course, though. Members, you already know what it is. Gonna be dropping the New York session price watch list a couple hours before New York. If y'all are interested in how to identify these levels or see the charts how I see them, hit that second and third link in the description. Everything is currently on sale. The course is 50% off. The advanced play signal room is 25% off for the first quarter. You know, quarter 25% off. But anyways, the monthly is 25% off, but the yearly and lifetime is 50. I have a yearly, lifetime, and monthly subscription for that. You don't just get all my signals, but also you get in-depth trade breakdowns, in-depth chart analysis. I through the trades. I tell y'all when's a good time to either close a trade or, you know, take partials, whatever the case may be. Also go over key price levels to look out for. And then again, like I said, the trades I post are trades I personally am entering. But as y'all, if y'all been here for a while, you already know we miss entries all the time. Like SPX, that would have been a nice entry if I decided to pay attention to it. But I decided to lock in on gold. So we miss entries all the time. Even GJ, I went over GJ, chose not to enter that. We see some retracements happening. But the point is, you know, there's opportunities literally everywhere. So with the New York session price watch list, I basically am going over a lot of different potential setups. I kind of do the same thing on live, but of course, you know, 3 o'clock, 3 a.m. and 6 a.m. or even 8 a.m. That's 4-6 hour difference. You know what I'm saying? So a lot of things can happen in 5 minutes. Definitely a bunch of things can happen or change in, you know, 5 hours. So I dropped that. And then, of course, it comes with a student and member group chat and a bunch of other stuff. All right. I post the details in the free Telegram, first link in the description. So if y'all are interested in all the other details and what all the packages include, just, you know, scroll and explore. All right. Just scroll and explore. You're going to find a lot of your questions being answered. Also going to be able to see everything documented in real time from this month, last year, all that good stuff. But we're going to go ahead and hop off. Again, keep an eye on your charts. And I'm going to see y'all in tomorrow's stream. Things should be back and nice and flowing tomorrow. Tomorrow's going to be Wednesday. But again, we do got a lot of news going on today. and it's going to slow down Thursday and Friday. So make sure that like button, y'all subscribe, and I'm going to see y'all on tomorrow's live stream, 3 a.m. EST.